What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today's video is honestly on a whim. Wasn't really planning on doing a video, but I did have the camera in the car, and I was craving burgers today, and I drove by a spot that I saw about 8 months ago, and I told myself, ooh, I got to write this down and head here one day. But honestly, it's just slipped my mind, and there's such a huge list of all the different places that I still have to visit. However, we drove right by it. It's about lunchtime, and I'm like thinking, you know what? I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to try that place out and really see how it is. With that said, today we're going to be going to a place called N Buns. Apparently they specialize in burgers, chicken sandwiches, and steak sandwiches, and it is one of the only spots that I can think of at this moment that sells halal burgers and halal food. So with that said, I am gonna stop by. We're actually right in front of it now, so we're not gonna be seeing a driving montage because, like I said, this is honestly on a whim, but we're gonna try this place out, see how it is, and see if it's worth it. So enough talking, let's go ahead and head inside. Awesome, we're here, we made it inside. We ended up ordering 4 different burgers. They were actually nice enough to hook us up a little bit so we can get variety for the video, as well as they did hook us up with a free drink, which is awesome. We're gonna go ahead and try that out in a moment, but I am starving. I can't wait. I am super excited to try this. You guys know burgers are one of my favorite foods, so getting to try a good halal burger, my hopes and my, honestly, expectations are pretty high, so we'll see how this goes. All right, guys, awesome. So we have our first 2 orders out. These are the fries, so the burgers are gonna take a little bit of time while they make them because they're all fresh, but this smells amazing. You guys got to check this out. All right, so these are the 2 types of fries. Well, they have 4 types of fries, but these are the ones we decided to get. They have the regular fries, but we decided to get the Cajun fries. You can see some of that Cajun seasoning. The Cajun seasoning smell of this, because the fries are freshly made, it's just like heating up the seasoning, so it's like really fragrant. And these right here are going to be the Parmesan truffle fries, which I'm also excited. Same thing, because the fries are freshly made. The smell coming off of this is amazing. But we're gonna go ahead and try these out and see how they are. Now, I will be completely transparent, as I always am. I did order 2 regular orders of fries. He was nice enough to upgrade them, which is a little worrisome because I'm here by myself today, but hey, we'll have some to take home. But presentation, I really like it. We're gonna go ahead and try out. Bottoms up. So the outside is nice and crispy. It's seasoned really well, so you get that little bit of a Cajun seasoning at the end of the bite. In the beginning, in all honesty, you don't really get too much. You get that really nice crispy outside of the fry, but then the inside is nice and really warm and pretty much almost melt in your mouth. It's just like I always say, my favorite type of fry is when the inside is like almost like mashed potatoes and the outside is you have a nice crispy airy layer. It's amazing. But then that seasoning kicks in, you get a little bit of the black pepper and then the Cajun end to it. It's really good. The next thing we're gonna try is gonna be these truffle fries. Nice, beautiful sauce on the top. Oh man. So the topping on there, it's like a garlic sauce. Not only that, same thing, they're nice and crispy, especially eating them right when they came out. And then it has a little bit of truffle just kind of infused in there as well. The fries themselves is just the sauce, but this is so overwhelming. You get that Parmesan flavor, and as soon as you bite down, you get this fatty and then aromatic taste in your mouth. It coats everything. I don't want to get full of fries, so I'm about to start digging on these burgers because they all came out. But okay, so as I mentioned, we ended up getting 4 burgers. We're gonna start out with the first one, which is gonna be the Route 66. It's essentially like their classic burger. It's one of the most common ones. It's a very simple burger, but you guys gotta check this out. So it's mentioned, it is your typical burger, but you guys, I mean, look at this. You have 2 beautiful smash patties. You have brioche bun. You have lettuce, tomato. Don't think there's an onion in there. I could have sworn there was. It might be under the meat. There you go. You have some mustard, cheese, pickles, and red onions. Let's go ahead and try this baby out. This looks really good. My mouth, sorry, my mouth was watering there. Plus, I'm trying to be kind of quiet because it was kind of packed, so now it's a little bit less people in here, but I still don't want to be a disturbance. So with that said, here we go. Let's try it out. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, that is flavorful. Oh my God. I'm making a mess. The mustache might not set because, like I said, this wasn't planned. I just decided to stop by and just do a video on a whim, but oh man, you guys gotta check this out. Honestly, I'm fighting to not eat the whole thing. The ketchup in there, just everything goes together. All the sauce is super, it's like dripping from the fat, the Maillard reaction on that meat. It's cooked well done, but it's nice and thin. You have the freshness of the lettuce that's fallen out. The brioche bun, it's nice and soft and fresh. Wow. I'm gonna take one big bite and then we're gonna go to the next burger, but this is really freaking good. It always impresses me whenever you get like smash burgers and they're nice and juicy. Somehow, even though the meat is so thin, it tells you of the quality of the meat that they're using. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and dig into the next burger. This one, it's very similar to the one we just had. There's a few little differences I'm about to show you guys, so check this out. So on this one, right off the bat, the first thing you can see is it has a fried egg in it. You also have 2 patties, but instead of having the regular American cheese, it does have some provolone cheese that it's nice and melted on there. It's a little hard to tell, but it also has something called Gaucho sauce. I'm about to try it and see, and then it also has something called Latin seasoning. So with that said, let's go ahead and try this out. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish I had like a knife so I can do like a cross section to kind of look at all the fillings real well, but it is what it is. Again, one of the major things I'm really liking about this place is the brioche bun. I really do think that burgers with brioche buns, just in my opinion, are so much better. Ooh, look at that, it is just dripping. When I grabbed it too hard and all the yolk came out, but honestly, the fact that it has the yolk, it's nice and golden in there. Let's go ahead and bite it down before we start losing everything. Ooh, it is sliding everywhere. Oh, and it's really hot too. All right, enough said, let's go ahead and try this out. I'm gonna go right here. This is really good. And the yolk in there really makes itself apparent. Beautiful taste. It is absolutely phenomenal. Again, it's a smash patty, so it's well cooked. It's super juicy. I am gonna say one little thing about this specific burger though. It has a lot of flavor. It's really, really good. I do kind of wish it had a little bit more salt. To be honest, on this one, the beef has a little bit of the Maillard reaction, but it's not too strong, so I feel like it's missing just a slight more kind of crisp on it, or maybe just a little bit of salt. However, it could also be that golden yolk, making it really creamy. That's amazing though. All right, guys, this time we're gonna try what they call their chicken burger. This is one of, I believe, 3 that they have, which you guys can see in the beginning of the video. You guys see the menu. This one here is gonna be their mango habanero. Let's go ahead and try this out. So, I mean, this thing looks beautiful. The chicken in there, I'm gonna try to lift it up. I'm hoping it doesn't fall apart like the other ones because it's so juicy that it slides out. But you have this beautiful crispy chicken. I'm really hoping it's chicken thigh. You have a piece of cheese in there. I think it's white American. I'll look in a second. You have some sauces in there as well, but then the chicken apparently is battered up with habanero and mango. So it's gonna be, I'm thinking it's gonna be sweet and spicy. Let's go ahead and try this out. So the cheese in here is actually mozzarella cheese, which is kind of impressive to me, but let's go ahead and take a good bite out of this and try it out and see how it is. Oh man. So the fried chicken flavor is phenomenal. The mango habanero is the sauce that's on it. It has a tiny little bit of kick, honestly not too much, but it's actually really nice and sweet. Oh man, the garlic aioli that's in there just complements it all so well. So you have a beautiful taste of garlic, then you have that mango flavor that's very slight, it's nice and sweet. You have the spice of the habanero. I mean, look at the sauce just like dripping out of this. Every single burger, I've had to use so many napkins because it's just, they're all so juicy and just saucy. It's amazing. And again, I can't give enough credit to the buns. I'm really liking this. And one thing I forgot to say, the chicken on the inside, it's nice and juicy, but it almost kind of, I'm pretty sure that's chicken thigh. I mean, it looks like chicken breast, but like how juicy that chicken is, it's honestly making me think otherwise. I'm gonna take one more bite. I know I have another burger, but wow. All right, guys, so we have the last burger. This is the one that really captivated me and got my attention on the menu. Before I dig into this burger, I do want to try this drink that they gave me. This is a seasonal drink for them. It's called the Midnight Lemonade. Let's go ahead and try it out. Wow, okay. I haven't looked at the menu, which is right behind me. I'm trying to see if I can decipher the flavors, but it's like blueberry lemonade. That's what it tastes like. Honestly, I think that's it, but I'm gonna look and then I'll tell you guys exactly what's in it. All right, so it's house-made lemonade. It does have blueberry, but it also has wild blackberry and raspberry. So it's basically a berry-infused lemonade. And honestly, it's really, really tasty. It almost makes me feel like I'm drinking lemonade that has like a couple of different flavors of Jolly Ranchers in it. That's the best way I can describe it, but it is house-made. They make it here daily, so that's pretty dang good. It's nice and refreshing because the burgers are really good, but as you guys can see, they're all really rich and like full of sauces. So that is like really refreshing to drink. And in between every single burger, I've been digging into these truffle fries. They're both really good, but the truffle fries are something else, man. All right, so this last burger, let's dig in. So this right here is their Rico burger. It essentially reminds me of the first burger that we had, except instead of buns, it has tostones. I'm really excited, and it does have something called Rico sauce in it. Let's go ahead and just try it out. I don't want to take it apart too much because it is really hard to kind of keep it together to eat it. Oh, but the tostón is nice and crispy, very thin, so it's not gonna be too tough to bite down. Let's try this out. Oh man. So don't get me wrong, the outside super airy, extremely crispy. The tostón is nice and thin, so it's not too tough. Sometimes when they make the tostón a little thick, it's a little hard to bite down. This doesn't have that issue. It almost feels like you're biting down to a semi-thick potato chip. Super saucy, as you guys can see, it's dripping down. You kind of see the glistening on the light. Really good flavor. I will say, which is kind of expected, it comes a little bit drier than that of the regular buns, but it's because you're having the tostón. And that tostón flavor is really good, but then it subsides and then the flavor of that meat takes over, and then you have the cheese and the vegetables, like the tomato and the lettuce. Oh. If you're someone that can't eat bread, this would be an excellent choice. Now, I will say everything in here that is made is fried in 100% peanut oil. So if you're allergic to peanuts, unfortunately, this might not be the place for you. But if you're looking for some really good flavors, nice combinations, juicy smash burgers, which it's amazing that those two things go together. And don't get me wrong, my favorite place for smash burgers before this was Cow and Cheese. But Cow and Cheese is like a 45-minute drive for me. This is pretty close to me compared, and the prices are pretty similar. I think they're a little bit more expensive. I think it's like 11 bucks or something like that to 12 bucks per burger. I'm sure somewhere on the menu there's gonna be a burger that's like 15. With that said, you're getting a lot of different toppings, and everything is just top quality, and on top of it all, it's halal. Guys, this place honestly blew me away. I'm glad I came here. And it was honestly an accident. I just drove by in front of it. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I really have to stop here and try it out because I was in the mood for some burgers and I was on the verge of driving all the way to Cow and Cheese, but I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do a video as well. And when I saw it, it was like all my prayers were answered. Guys, I would very highly suggest you guys come in to visit this place. You know, give it a like if you guys like the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Same thing. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when the future videos are coming out. With that said, I hope you enjoy the video. The food here, like I said, phenomenal. The fries are amazing, which I really like. And I know fries are fries, but the flavor on both of the fries, the way they season the things, it's not overly potent, it's not overly powerful, it's balanced really well. Salt levels are great. And as I mentioned before, worst case scenario, you have salt and pepper here, but honestly, maybe one of them might have needed it, but I think it's just the egg yolk was so rich and like delicious, but egg yolk itself doesn't have like added salt in it. It's perfectly fine, because if not, I think it would be kind of overwhelming, and I'm kind of glad everything was the way it was. With that said, thank you guys so much. I'm glad you guys tuned in. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next Sunday, and until then, let's just keep on eating.